Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Don't know what to do about this video. We had a team versus team race yesterday with SRF GTrealm against Sabre Racing Family. We had two races, one at Yamigawa, which was our choice of track, and Spa, which was their choice of track. Now then, we won overall with points, but the whole thing's been made a bit more bitter, really, from the Sabre side. Their stream yesterday was nothing but slagging us off for being dirty drivers. The whole comments on his stream were about us being dirty drivers, people coming into our lobbies, you know, saying that we're knocking them off, blah, blah, blah. There might be some of that on our particular stream. You've watched it yourself. It's all a bit of banter and a bit of gameplay. But yesterday's race was nothing of the sorts. We drove clean and aggressive. That was basically our plan. In terms of dirty driving, no, we didn't do any of that particular. And I'm going to show you now on the video of what every incident that happened during the two races that are deemed to be either racing incidents or faults of whoever, and just good aggressive moves that as far as I'm concerned, are legit. They're not you know, they're not bad moves or dirty driving. Do you know what I mean? We're here to race. We're not here to fucking follow the daisy. Do you know what I mean? We're here to win, as they should have been. So this is basically why I'm putting this video out, because I didn't particularly enjoy listening to their lot slag us off and tell us that we were dirty driving when we weren't. And this is just to prove what went on. At the end of the day, you're all allowed to have your opinion on this particular thing. This is why I want to do the video. And we'll see what happens in terms of what people's thoughts are on what the moves were and what they thought of them, and whether they were just racing incidents, Rubbins racing, whether they were aggressive, too aggressive, dirty play, on whichever side. So here we go. Let's start the video. Okay, so this is the first incident with Chad. Now, Chad's on our team, plays on a controller. First lap of the first race, he's clearly having an incident here, lost control of the car. He's tapped onto Dave Taffy, who's on their team, Sabre's team, and has knocked him off. Again, racing incident. Lost control of the car, nothing much you can do about that, really. Everybody goes past as normal. Chad gets his 2-second penalty. Now, the rules were that you get a penalty and then you basically get rid of it, pull over to the off the driving line and try and get rid of it before the end of that lap that you got it on. Obviously, Chad's completely forgot and carries this penalty all the way, more or less, to the last lap. Don't know why. Don't know why he lost control, or you know, why he completely forgot he had it or whatever. It was the first race. It was our team's first race. Blah blah blah. I'm not making excuses for him. He did wrong here. He should have got rid of it. But he never. He just drove. He drove with it the entire race for some reason. So we weren't off to a good start there. So that was basically this first instance that's, you know, set it off. Mistakes were made, do you know what I mean? But they're all racing incidents, nothing to cry about or start slagging people off about. So, because he's got the penalty, Chad is about to make a move on Nalinsky, I think his name is. The other rule was you weren't allowed to pass if you had penalties. he passes him. So that's what you're not supposed to do. Because he's carried the penalties all the way through, that was basically the end of that. The only reason why it doesn't really what's the word? It doesn't matter basically, because he's not even in the top 10 throughout the entire race. He's down at bottom 12th or 11th, I think. I think he stays 11th for the entire time of the race. So it doesn't really affect anybody in terms of points or whatever, but what he's doing is wrong at this point. This move, on the other hand, could be a racing incident. The jury's out on this one in terms of our team. I'm saying it's a racing incident. Mitch has got the line. He comes to pull in because he's trying to get to the apex. Clearly doesn't see, I think it's Slayer, who's on his inside, who's right up on the curb. And they touch, and Mitch goes flying off. Mitch is on our team, by the way. Slayer is on Saber's team. So he's giving him a tap there to let him know he's there. Mitch is coming back in. Touches. They touch. Mitch goes flying out. Mitch probably did have a moan about that. I'll try and find that on my stream. But it's just a racing incident. Do you know what I mean? Mitch not being aware he was there. Pulling into him. He got a tap before he went in there. I don't think Slayer needed to give that place up where he was. I thought it's just a race incident. Rubin's racing in it. He put himself there. Mitch didn't see it. Got himself taken out for the feast troubles. Right, this is the start of the Spa race. Again, Saber's losing his mind, going, oh, fucking 3 wide on the first corner, on the first lap. Get yourselves in order. What he didn't see was 2 of his guys on either side of Mitch, who is my guy. So, who's at fault here? He's pinned in the middle of 3. And watch what happens. At this point, they're 3 abreast going round the corner. Yep. We've got McIver on the right-hand side. He's nowhere to go. He's trying to stay clear. Unfortunately, I think it's Taffy. I think it's Dave Taffy. He's coming across as all 3 are going round like that. And he just touches the front of Mitch. Racing incident. What can you say? It's not dirty driving, is it? But Mitch gets the 2-second penalty though. There you go. 2 seconds penalty for Mitch. So he's going to get to the top of the hill. He's going to pull to the left. Probably gained himself another penalty there because he cut the chicane due to being all flustered up probably. So now he's trying to take his time back down. Slowing down. So he's still taking it off. I can't remember who's in front of him. Right, Nielinski is in front of him. Also serving his penalty. No complaints there. And this is what kicked the whole thing off. This incident here. Nielinski goes wide on this exit. Gets onto the green stuff. Car slows down. He's trying to get control of it to come off it. D-Day, who's one of our drivers, more or less does the exact same thing. And because Nielinski's slowed down so much, but Ian still, D-Day, sorry, has still got momentum coming out of the corner. Thinking that Nielinski's got the same amount of speed coming out. and Nelinsky's more or less stopped at this point. He's tapped him up the rear end, and as he's tapped him, Nelinsky's gone forward. Then Nelinsky's put his power on, and he's still on the green stuff, and he's spun out.
What are you doing pushing me wide, Mitch? What is wrong with you now? You've been Nelinsky. What the fuck is wrong with you, lot?
Now everyone's banging on about, D-Day should have fucking pulled over and let him pass. It should have been the end of his race, blah, blah, blah. I don't know where this shit's coming from. I mean, if you ever see a real race and someone gets nudged, did they fucking pull over? No, they don't, do they? Because it's a fucking race. Do you know what I mean? If this was a race, end of. It's a racing incident, and I will concur to that. But what the fuck are you supposed to do? Do you know what I mean? It's not dirty driving. It was a mistake by one of Saber's teammates coming out of the thing. He got tapped by one of ours because he was exiting too slow because of his mistake. Our driver equally made the same mistake coming out of the corner and ended up going wide, but he had no place to go. So he got tapped. He didn't get tapped hard, as you can see. We'll rewind it so you can see. And he got put out. It's as simple as that. It's just a racing incident. Don't know what all the fucking fuss is about. We're not dirty drivers whatsoever. We drive aggressively. We're driving to win, but we're not going to drive to take you out on purpose. That was just a racing incident. Let me know in the comments what you think. Well, this is the way it goes. Right now, we're on board with Mitch at the minute. Mitch in our stream wasn't remotely moaning badly about this particular incident. It's down to the last chicane before the start-finish straight. And Mitch sort of outbrakes himself. On the left-hand side, though, on the outside of the entrance, they go in 2v2. Mitch gives him more than enough room, but there is no room for Saber neither. So, obviously, there's not enough lock on these cars, so they do touch a bit. Nothing happens, though. Just a bit of rubbing. Watch. So Mitch is down the inside. He's giving him room there. Saber's right there. Obviously, he knocks into Mitch. Mitch goes a bit wide there. But again, he's not losing his shit over it.
No problem. Mate, I've got the inside block. There's nowhere for you to go, you idiot. Fuck off. What are you doing pushing me wide, Mitch? What is wrong with you now? You've been Nelinsky.
Both cars at this point have got full lock on. I have looked at the replay. The little red dots all the way to the left. And they're both taking their time to get back on the power. So they're trying to get the car turned in. It's just a racing incident. Nothing more than that. That's Nelinsky's supposedly shunt off on purpose by D-Day, which is not the case. This is just a quick shot of Nelinsky doing the same thing as our Chad did on the first race. He's got his penalties. He's not got rid of them. He's going over the line. It doesn't really matter. He's in fucking 13th place. He's under 10th. He gives a shit. I wasn't bothered about it. Right, now, another moan Saber was doing about Mitch's move here. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is a fucking super legit move. Saber's on the left. Mitch is with him on the left. Slipstream down to this corner. Mitch decides there's an opening. He pulls out to the right. He late brakes into the corner. Does a block move on the way in. It's completely legit. But oh no, Saber's team's going fucking nuts about it. What do you think? Mitch is behind him. Pulls to the right. Late brakes.
Why are you dive bombing up the inside for, D? What the fuck's wrong with D-Day?
I'm sorry, what's wrong with that move? Why is that a dirty move? Why is that a dirty move? Sees it. Pulls out. He's already on the brakes, look. So he's braking early. A little bit later for D-Day, so we can get the pass done. Sends it up the inside. Still plenty of room there. There's 2 car widths. What's the issue? Mitch is stopping. There's a tiny bit of rubbing there while Mitch just finishes the move. That's a legit move. I'm sorry, but that's not dirty driving. That's just Sabre leaving the door open. If he wanted to protect that corner, he should have come over to the right and done a block move. Then Mitch would have been forced to go around the outside, but he didn't. He left the door open, and that's racing. This, on the other hand, is what not to do. This is when it's a bad move. Right, so Mitch, on that last one, Mitch is up Sabre's ass. Right? Pulls out for the move. It's doable. This move is utter bullshit, and as far as I'm concerned, is a dirty move by a dirty driver who was planning on taking, I think it was Chad. Yeah, Chad. So Chad passed him. Chad gets a fair bit of distance on him. So he doesn't need to protect the line. He's too far back. And as you can see, one of Sabre's drivers, I can't remember who it is. I think it's Taffy. Yep, Dave. Fucking full send on the inside. He had no chance of stopping. I mean, he even goes past. He hits Chad, but he goes past him as well. That's how much momentum he had. So he was no chance of stopping. It was a fucking knock-off move. Look how far back he is. Look. Full send. Full send up the inside. They're both all over the place because they've hit each other because of it. Because Taffy's broke too late. Yeah. There's no way he was going to make that move from that far back. No way. But we're dirty drivers. Just saying. Obviously, Chad was a bit bitter about it. Said his piece on the stream about it. And that's basically it. That's basically all the incidents, really. Apparently, there was some weaving, block passing to not let people pass. So Taylor was saying, but to be fair, I couldn't find that. I couldn't find that footage. Don't know why. But either way, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? But they're the major incidents of the entire 2 races. So some of it's driver error, some of it's on purpose, some of it's just racing incidents, and some of it's just, racing, aggressive driving.
What the fuck? I can hear him on chat. You got to push your way fucking through. No, you fucking haven't. Stop pushing. Pass fucking clean, you dickheads.
But not to the point where we're knocking people off. The only people that got, I don't know what to say really. That's. What do you think? I mean, obviously I'm going to be feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm trying to be non-biased here and just looking at it from a racing point of view.
Trust me, he's like a fucking shocking, man. I just feel like ending the race. I feel like ending this fucking race, man, because he's like disgusting.
To see if any of our drivers warranted the amount of abuse that they were getting from Saber's stream.
Yeah, he's binned it, you prick.
And I don't think that was the case. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. I think we won legitly.
What the fuck is wrong with you, lot? Are you alright? Fuck off.
And, you know, if we'd have lost, we'd have lost. And that would have been that. But it doesn't. It's just, I mean, at the end of the race, it is just a race. It's just a game. But it was a race, wasn't it? It was set up to be a race. It wasn't set up to be a fucking party chat and let's have a bit of fun and, you know, drive. It'll look good. Everyone just driving like this around the track for fucking half an hour. No, what's the point of that?
Just spoiled the whole fucking thing. Lap 1, you know, lads, like, you're supposed to race out the race. The race isn't done in lap 1. Like, just chill, man. Find the space on the track and stick to it in the first turn. That's all you gotta do. Simple as. Fucking hell. Won't be doing this again, that's for sure.
We were on there to race and win. Each team wanted to win. That was it. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, leave your comments in the comments section, because I'd like to know whether we're just bang out of order, or whether you think we're bang out of order or not, or whether, you know, it is what I've said it is, which is just racing incidents, some driver error, and, you know, some aggressive driving. But I mean, I say aggressive, but I don't think so. I don't even think it was aggressive. They were just racing moves that you go for a move. If there's a space, there's an opportunity, go for it, and you get. And that's basically what happened. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's a clip I've not got on here of Ray getting completely wiped out in the first race, which he did kick off about in the stream. I didn't capture that, but because it was just a racing incident, as far as I could see. But I don't know. Anyway, I wish I didn't have to have made this vid, but it's just because of all the fucking shit we got from Saber's fucking stream. It was uncalled for. Do you know what I mean? We were all more or less having a laugh. We were saying about people who were blocking and blah de blah on our stream, but you didn't see our comments lighting up with fucking dirty cunts and whatever, dirty players, blah blah blah, dirty this, dirty that. No, you didn't. Well, anyway, it is what it is. Feel free to comment. I won't block it if you're choosing to, you know, think that we were dirty drivers. And you're allowed your opinion. This is why I'm putting the vid out. I'll end it there, and I shall see you online at some point soon. Until then, bye for now. GTrealm out of here.
Is he alright?